Hello, welcome back. So I wanted to address certain things. So in lesson 18, needs to be addressed and clarified. Maybe a bit confusing to some of you. So what I said was around 7 minutes 30 seconds I said that the Masterless Stardust or the Masterless Star Glitter in the in this Star Glitter has changed and the Stardust has changed. So let's talk about that first. So in the Star Glitter, sorry, let's talk about Stardust first. Stardust, around 7 minutes and 30 seconds. I did mention that we can get this for, you know, get this using the Masterless Stardust. But the thing is, I didn't really factor in the cost because I've been saving for a long time. I don't really use this. I don't actually buy stuff unless I really need to. But most likely, I would very seldom buy anything here in the Stardust exchange. So I was trying to make an example, and so someone commented, and I really appreciate this, and so I did the math, and Stardust is a very important thing, and there is a cost to this, right? You can farm these and you can do a lot of things, but basically it does cost. There's a cost to like Stardust and Star Glitter. So I want to just clarify and say that you should never use Stardust for enemy drops. So for example, these things, right, you should just go and fight the enemies and get them for free instead of buying them here. So sometimes I'm really lazy. In the past, I didn't really like to go and fight the spectral, what do you call those, specters. I didn't really like to fight them. They're very annoying. So I would buy them, and so I'm guilty of that. So don't be like me. Go fight them. Don't be lazy, and if you really need help, just find someone in co-op to help you. But yeah, definitely go and fight and get enemy drops for free instead of spending this, because a lot of you who are new don't have that much Stardust, right? And you shouldn't be spending your Stardust. And same with the Star Glitter, this thing here, Star Glitter. You should definitely not be, spending it unless you're buying the fates. It is the only thing I really do. Like, I wouldn't buy characters. I think I mentioned that around 9 or 10 minutes in lesson 18. So I gave an example that you can buy certain things, but definitely if you really need the characters, you can buy them. If you need a crown, I don't really recommend crowns because you can get them in game. There's a lot of crowns in the game, and these are only two things that you really have to farm or wish a lot in order to get. Like, you get these by wishing, right? So if you wish and you get a character that has already been C6, like a Constellation 6 character, then you get the Masterless Star Glitter. So you can also buy them, you can also do a lot of things, but like right here it says it says right here the source is from wishing, and here let's go back to this Stardust. The source is from also from wishing, right? So let's talk about the math and the Star Glitter. Star Glitter, each Star Glitter, like each of these, like I have one right now, right? So this one costs about 32 Primo Gems. It is worth 32 Primo Gems. So basically 5 of these equal to a wish. So for example, 5 of these, right? You can see right here, 5 of them equal to 1 wish, 1 intertwined fate, or 1 acquaint fate. So 5 of these is equal to 160 Primo gems. So 160 divided by 5 is 32, right? So one star glitter is basically 32 Primo gems, and so 5 of them equal to 160 Primo gems, which is 1 wish. So you should only be using your fates. I mean, yeah, you should only be buying fates using star glitter. And I would recommend getting this instead of this, unless you need some standard banner characters or weapons, right? Yeah, so there's no separate banner for weapons, like standard weapons, but you do get them on both. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, I recommend intertwined fate more than this. So depending on how much you have. Like for example, I have 1, so I don't have option. But you know, every month they do give you option to buy more of them as well. Like if you go to down here, you will see that you can buy 75, and this actually refreshes in 11 hours because I'm doing this at the end of the month. So in like when it's next month, when it's okay, after 11 hours it'll be next month, so I will be able to buy this at a 40% off discount. So you can do the math on that, right? Basically 160 divided by 75, in case you want to know. So these are 2 different things, obviously, like star glitter and stardust is 2 different things, and that's why there's a star glitter exchange and a stardust exchange right here. Okay, so that is the major thing I wanted to address, and I want to thank the person again for highlighting this oversight. So the next thing is the crafting. So let's go to the crafting station. Oh yeah, let's go to Lyria. I like the crafting station in Lyria. That's actually my favorite one. If you want to know some trivia. Actually, hang on. Let me just get my seed box dispensary. Okay, I like to do it here. Oh, you can actually see her feet. It's so funny. I mean, she has no shoes. So okay, so the thing is, like I said something about if you go back to lesson 18 and you listen to it again, and you get to around 18 minutes and 14 seconds, or you know, around thereabouts, I said the mystic enhancement ores can be used to level up certain things. So for example, let's see, what was I trying to level up? Wait, let me just go back and take a look exactly what I said. Okay, I just took a look, and yeah, it's not here. It's actually about the weapons. I was upgrading the weapons. So let's go to weapons. For example, let's look for someone who doesn't have a max weapon. Okay, so this is not a good example. Let's go to someone who has, okay, maybe this weapon. So for example, I was upgrading weapons, right? Let's see, enhance. Let's someone that have a weapon I can enhance. Hang on. Who has a weapon that, okay, this one can be enhanced. I mean ascended. So for example, this one, let's just do it. So I ascended this, and then I added this, right? So the person who watched the video and like mentioned that I should not be doing this because there's a cost. Okay, so first of all, there's a cost for Mora. If you look at the bottom here, like it's 87,000 Mora, which is a lot for newer players. I have been collecting Mora for a long time, so I have a whole bunch, but I needed to, you know, be more mindful of newer players. So 87k is a lot, to even for like 60 to 70, right? So this is actually, so there's actually a cost for each of these things as well. There's a cost for everything, right? So so obviously this enhancement ore is the 1 star, and then the 2 star is the fine enhancement ore, 2 stars, and then 3 stars is the mystic enhancement ore, right? So you can see the picture is different, the background color is different. So let's just exit this, go back to this part. So if I were to let me just leave and come back. So if I auto add, right, it says overflowing, I mean returning overflow. So you get like 2 star and 1 star. So if I use a 3 star, right, then it will use more than what is required. This is kind of called overcapping. So I would overcap my weapon, right? So I do get something in return, but I don't get the Mora back. So the better way to do this is to go to 1 star, and then let's just get rid of this completely. So one way is to like completely get rid of I mean completely just use this, right? But then it will only get to 65, see? So 1207 will get to like 65, but I want to get to 70. So you can also choose 2 star. You can like pick it, and then you can like auto add this as well, and then this will add 192 out of the 9500 I have. So that is good, and then it'll get to level 70, which is what we want. But then you would still get 1 back, right? So you have to kind of play around with the math. And so for example, if I remove 1, if I remove 1, would that work? Or if I just add 1 of these, then yeah, I have 4 of this, so I need to remove 4 of these. So this is perfect, right? This is the exact perfect amount. So I still have 1 of these left, 1 out of 1 star, and I have a whole bunch of the 2 stars, and I only use 1 of the 3 stars. So typically, if you're, you know, if you're really like Mora pinching, in terms of like you need to make sure that you don't overspend on your Mora, or you don't have a lot of Mora. Like even this is 86,000 Mora compared to the 87,000 Mora. So if we do the math, right, it's like let's just do the math. So let me do 6640, and then so what was it before? If I just did the, it's wait, doesn't look right. Oh, sorry. Let me try this again. Okay, let me just go back to my 3 star weapons. So yeah, this would cost, yeah, exactly. So if you guys really want to know, you guys can do it on your own as well, but I'm just going to do the math right now and see that. Okay, so what is the difference? The difference is 360 Mora, right? So Mora is important in the early game. So definitely, if you want to save Mora here and there, like if you're upgrading this weapon from 0 to, or from 1 to like 90, you can save a lot of Mora this way. So this is a really good tip, and again, thank you for bringing this to my attention. So for me, I don't really care too much because I have Mora, but definitely, you know, it will refund you this, right? But it won't refund your Mora, so be careful. The yeah, it hits the level cap, but not precisely. So use the smaller ones. Use the different star materials to get the exact amount so that you save your Mora. Okay, so next we move on to another part, which is Yanfei. So where's Yanfei? Yanfei is here. Okay, so I said certain things about Yanfei I need to also address. So in lesson 18, around 2020, like 20 minutes, 20 seconds, I mentioned that okay, so I was upgrading her artifacts the other day, right? And so I said certain things with upgrading a person's artifacts. So let's look for someone who has artifacts that need to be upgraded. So for example, we are at Yahoda's artifact here, and this is level 12 right now. So one way is to again go to the 1-star materials and then like do it like this. But I usually go for the 4 stars, so definitely not a good idea if you want to save Mora. Like for example, if I do the 2 stars, then it will cost this much and it won't really go too far. Like it's still 12. But if I go here and I go to the 4 star and I click on this, it's about the same actually. It's still the same. Because it actually goes like tier by tier, so you'll find all of the 1-star materials first, and then 2-star, 3-star, 4-star. So like for me, I guess you could yeah, definitely don't turn this on. Do not allow adding 5-star artifacts as enhancement materials. Yeah, you can also disable this. But I like to keep it on. So I think with this, like the main concern the person watching was saying that yeah, you shouldn't be using like higher levels. You should go from 1-star to 4-star. That's what I'm understanding. So the thing is also, if you want to, like, if you have a material that is, for example, a 4-star material, right? Like this is already, okay, no, it's a 5-star material, and it's already level 4. So if I want to use this, right, this is, it will give me automatically +1, which is a lot, and then it doesn't, the Mora isn't too much, right? And it does give you improvements, but this is not a good idea, because when you refine, I wonder if there's a place that tells you that, so that you can actually, there should be a somewhere that explains this in the game, but I can't find it right now. The main thing is I wanted to say is there's an 80% fee. There's a Mora tax basically. So if you refine this, or if you I think a better example would be finding something that is completely zero. For example, this one, right? If I go here, this is completely zero right now, and I want to put in a 5-star, or just a maxed, let's find something that's maxed already, like a level 20 artifact. Let me find a level 20 artifact. I think it's all the way at the bottom. XP, base level, quality level. Let's do level. So I've no actual level 20 artifacts. Wow, really? There should be some around the middle sometimes. Okay, well, I suppose that's weird. Huh, how do I not have any maxed materials? Oh, okay, there's some here. Oh, okay, yeah, here we go. Okay, so for example, this one, right? This is a defense. Okay, so let's unlock this. Okay, so this one, if I were to use this one, right? It would just for illustration purposes. I'm not going to. How do I get rid of this? Oh no! Oops, sorry. Okay, so we were doing that. Okay, so let's go back to that again. So level 20. Where did it go? It was... Huh. It disappeared. Oh, there. Okay, it's right here. So, for example, this thing. So if I were to improve this, I mean, if I were to use this as a improvement, enhancement, or enhancement material, then I wouldn't get 20, like, because there's a so-called tax, like okay, so I don't, like, if I put in a level 20 item, I don't get a level 20 item out. So what I put in, I don't get out. And this is how it is, right? So putting in a fully maxed artifact, you only get 80% back. So you should not feed new materials with materials that are already leveled. For example, these like 9, 6, 4, these are already leveled, the rest are 0, right? So the first thing is don't do that, because you don't get the full benefit. You get 80% off. You only get 80% back, 20% off, 80% back. So any materials that are already enhanced, you don't get the full benefit. So unless the material is really, really bad, then you want to just discard it, then you can do that. But most likely, especially early game, you don't do this, because you kind of waste your Mora and your experience. Like, so think of everything that has gone into this piece, all the different artifacts and materials and Mora and all that stuff, and the time you needed to farm all those things from domains and bosses and what have you, from treasure chests. There's a lot of costs involved. So if you're really like if you're really concerned about the cost, then don't do this ever. So I'm gonna lock this back just because I think I do need some defense things for the upcoming character Zibai. So I'm just gonna lock this again because it's, it's maxed, right? So it has crit damage. Anyway, it's not the best, but just an example. So definitely don't level up like mid items right away. I know in the past, people did not have this. They do not see this unactivated. If you watch my old videos, you see that when I see this, I see a artifact, and I don't see the fourth stat, the fourth substat. It's hidden. Now it's not hidden anymore. It used to be hidden. So now you don't have to like get to level 4 to see what this is. So those of you who are new, like, it's good that you have, like, you see all the stats, but you don't really see the unactivated substat. You didn't see this in the past. Now you can see it. So this is a new quality of life thing they added. Okay, so that is that, and I'm going to get out of this so I don't change anything. Wait, did I change? Oh, I think I changed it. So let's go back to this 4-piece set. Wait, why is this? Oh, that's her off piece, I think. Okay, I think this is correct. Okay, so let's go back to Yanfei. We're talking about Yanfei, right? So Yanfei, okay, the next thing is around in lesson 18, around 20 minutes, 20 to 21 minutes, around that time, I said that you should not focus on EM. Let me just go back to her details. So crit rate, crit damage, EM is, I said it's not a big deal. It's not important, but actually it is important. So EM is important. It's very, very important, especially for Yanfei. It's very important that you have high EM because she needs to use EM for Vape. Vape as in vaporize. So if you're running like a team, like, let me just show you a team. Let's
Silver
go
Moon
to
Hall every day, so don't worry about me.
Okay, let me just look for a Yanfei team. I have a team that has Yanfei in it, I hope. Maybe my Pyro team. Oh, I don't have a team with Yanfei anymore. Let's just use this team. So for example, like, let me just remove everyone except Yanfei. Let's change to Yanfei. I'm gonna do another video to talk about like team building.
Ready for trial?
Some people were asking me about that. So for example, Yanfei and I'm just gonna do like a Pyro team because it's fun. So Yanfei, and we have the let's put Klee in.
Klee can help.
Yes, she's very helpful. And then we have Benny, and we have.
You want me on your team?
Yes, we do.
Just sharpen my spear.
Okay. All right. So we have like a team like that. This is called a mono Pyro team, and I'm what? Oh, there's a team bonus. Yeah, because they're Hexerai. And there's also like a special other bonus which you can't see here, but basically if you have I'll show you that when I do a team building video. It's like a special bonus, like if you have 2 of the same element. If you have 2 Hydro, you get a special bonus. If you have 2 Pyro, you get a special bonus. Yeah, we'll talk about that in another video. So right now, let's talk about Yanfei. So I said, so Yanfei and her team, right? So if you want to build a Vape team, you obviously have to have Hydro. So let's remove Klee for now. Klee can go back to her confinement. And we can put in someone who has a lot of... Yeah, I usually use him.
May knowledge guide you.
So like let's just move this around. So if there's Hydro and there's Pyro, then you have Vape. So Vape is one kind of team that you can build. And so Benny basically he throws down his burst, right? And you have a very massive attack buff with his burst. So let's see, can we look at his details? His talents. So when he puts this down, right, this is his field of inspiration, or his inspiration field. You get like attack buff. I'm looking for attack buff. So attack bonus ratio, so 119%, right? So he puts down his burst, like his big red thumbs up burst, and then you get a massive attack buff, and then it makes Yanfei's EM all the more better, right? So let's look at Yanfei's talents, I guess. AoE damage. AoE pyro damage. So it will increase like her damage because she has Benny in the team, and it would increase and max the reaction damage as well. So for example, if you have it doesn't say hydro. C6. Okay, let's go back to this. So this one attack. Yeah, so basically she gets like a big buff by using Benny and EM. So EM is very important. I said attack is more important. I said attack hit percent is important, but actually it's not. Whoa, how come this is the top priority? Huh. Alright, let's so yeah, you can upgrade stuff depending on how you build them, which we're going to talk about in builds later on. But yeah, like this is a special item you get from Esther. Okay, I'm not going to wait. Should I? Let's see. Okay, so this one costs 260,000 Mora, right? So it's quite expensive. So you need you know what? See, I'm going to do another video on how to save Mora, how to have as much Mora as possible, because you need a lot of Mora in this game. Anyway, so my main point, I'm going to start to summarize now. I'm sorry, this is kind of a long video, but it's good because it's like a bonus video, and there's a lot of things I need to highlight and clarify. So EM is very, very important for Yanfei. Remember that. Attack is also important, but not as important. So I don't. Let's see. I think yeah, I said attack is important, but actually EM is more important. So I should be using. So okay, for example, let's say for example I need to like. What is good for her? So any of these sets, right? Those are the ones, and then I have a two piece right now. Wait, how do I? Okay, so this is Wondrous Troop. So I have two Wondrous Troops. Okay, so let's take a look at. Let's look for EM. So if you click on the bottom here. You can click on the bottom and you can like filter. So right now we're using the recommended order, but if you want to use our own, we can say we want to have EM first, and then attack, I guess, attack percentage, and then I think they only let you have 3 different things. So let's just use this 2 for now. So this is good for her. Gladiator Finale, she attack plus 18%, or if we just keep on using this, you see EM 80%. So I mean by 80 points, and this one is the same thing. So right now she should be using like complete Wondrous Troop, I think. The way I look at it. But why am I using? Let me double check. So right now I'm using like a 2-piece Obsidian Night Soul Blessing. I don't know why I'm using this. I don't know why I'm using this. I mean, I'm sure there's a good reason, I just don't remember. But anyway, so let's go back to this. So if I'm using this and I have the filters on, right? I'm not going to use the finale. So let's just say this case charge attack, because she does a lot of charge attacks, so I should give her this, right? Compare crit HP, crit damage, ER. She needs EM, so why are we looking at? Wait, I should be looking at crit. Wait, what am I? Is this wrong? Hang on. Oh, okay. They yeah, I got to do it again. So wait, isn't this? I think. Wait, can we do this? Yeah, we can. So, EM, right? Because Kazuha has a EM. So EM. Let's look for good EM. ER attack. Okay, so I'll go with this one, right? And then I'll level this up afterwards. And then I think we said we wanted to do a pyro damage. Oh, so okay, so you actually have to do each one manually. So I'm just going to do this, which is impossible because there's only the main stat is that. So these people have the main. I should be using this one. Maybe this one. Okay, we'll go with this one. Wait, what is this? What? This is so nice. But this is the off piece. Let's see. If we use this as off piece, yeah, we can just use that. Okay, we'll use this for now, and then we'll okay, let's see what she's using right now. So wait, it's still a two piece. Did we not change? Or did I change from from a Wonders trope to another Wonders trope? That's so funny. Okay, so let's go to. I think wait, this is attack based. But anyway, we're just gonna put in like EM just to see what we get. And then this has a EM, okay. This has EMER. Wait, which one is better? This one has a crit rate, so I think this one is better than this one. We'll use this one then. Oh, no, okay, so we'll switch this. And then what is she using for this? Okay, so this is correct. This is something we can change. Okay, I think oh wait, what? Okay, so yeah, okay, that's correct. So I think we said. So ER apparently is good as well. This one is actually better. I'm not sure why it's giving me mixed signals. Okay, we'll use this one. So switch. So this, and then this, and then this. I feel like okay, I think this is good. So yeah, this actually might be better. So in the next lesson, yeah, we're going to build Yanfei again, and yeah. So her weapon's good. Everything else is kind of good. Her things is messed up now, but her EM is so high now, so that's actually good. So like I said, next video we're going to finish building Yanfei, and let me just summarize what I need to say today. So first of all, there's a Mora Tax. You got to remember that Mora Tax means that when you use enhancement ores for weapons, for example, when you improve weapons, you don't get back all the money you put in sometimes, right? With the enhancement ores. I remember the 1-star, 2-star, 3-star enhancement ores. So you don't get all of them back. So you gotta be mindful of that.
I can keep.
Oh, wrong thing. Let me just show you again so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Isn't it weapons? Yeah, these things. Enhancement ores. 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. You don't get them. You get them back, but you don't get the Mora you spent on it. So definitely be careful of how you spend it. There's a Mora tax. So the in-game refunds, it refunds you these things, but not the Mora. The Mora is gone forever. This is a hidden resource waste, so be careful. And the next, number 2, is the Stardust and Star Glitter in the shop, right? So these, like I said before, there's a cost to each of these. You can do the math. Like these ones, it costs 75 each, and these also have a cost. They cost 5 for each of these wishes. So buying stuff in the shop is not a good idea. If you can go and farm it, like if you have unlocked it in the world map, go farm it, go get it in the world map. Don't be lazy, don't be afraid. Find a friend, go co-op and go get it, right? It's basically you spend 10 minutes to get these instead of spending like money, because each of these, right, these are each 32 Primo gems. So think about that, right? So like these 2 will be 64 Primo gems, and if you have 100, if you have 5 Primo, if you have 5 of these Star Glitters, you have a wish. So think about it that way. So if you need something, go find it and just play for 10 minutes and get it for free. It's not really free, but like, you know, you don't have to spend your Primo gems for it. So the other thing is yeah, the diminishing return on investment when you kind of upgrade your characters. For example, we talked again about Yanfei, right? So the certain stats in the game menu doesn't tell you the whole story. So like Yanfei and Bennett, it shows you how external buffs like his burst, like how Bennett's burst works. So it's important to know how his burst works.
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
Don't be afraid to C6 him.
Or not.
And once you understand how the buffs works and highlighted stats work, then you can kind of build your characters better, which we're going to discuss in another video. So like I said, sometimes it says that, oh, this is good, like you should definitely, you know, try to level this up, like the stuff here, but not always. Sometimes it doesn't tell you the whole story, right? So be careful with that. I think that's basically it. Thanks again for all the comments and clarification points. So definitely check it out. Check out lesson 18 again, and these are the corrections and things I need to address so that you understand the nuance and the different details about all these things. I'm a mainly free-to-play player, so like I think it's different for whales. A lot of things I say are for free-to-play and regular, like casual players. Hope that helps. Let me know if there's any other things I need to talk about or address or correct in the comments. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next lesson.